Good evening, and welcome to World Bulletin. I'm Anderson Cooper, bringing you the latest developments from around the globe. Tonight, we have breaking news that could reshape the geopolitical landscape. The United States and the Philippines have finalized a landmark military agreement, establishing 5 new strategic sites for U.S. forces. This agreement marks a significant step in strengthening the alliance between the two nations. These newly designated locations are strategically positioned at the edge of the West Philippine Sea, one of the world's most contested and strategically vital waterways. The area has long been a focal point of international tension. This development represents the most significant expansion of American military presence in the Philippines in decades, a bold and calculated move in a high-stakes geopolitical game that could alter regional dynamics. The implications of this agreement are enormous, not just for the immediate region, but for global security and trade. The presence of U.S. forces could influence shipping lanes and trade routes that are vital to the global economy. We'll break down what this means for you, the region, and the world. Our analysis will cover the potential economic, political, and military impacts of this agreement. Our correspondents and experts are standing by to analyze this pivotal moment. They will provide insights from Washington, Manila, and Beijing, offering a comprehensive view of the situation. We'll explore the new sites, official reactions from Washington, Manila, and Beijing, and what this means for Asia's balance of power. The strategic implications could be far-reaching. Is this a step towards stability or a dangerous escalation? We'll ask the tough questions and delve into the potential risks and benefits of this new alliance. The world is watching closely as alliances shift and battle lines harden. This agreement could redefine international relations in the region. The ink is barely dry, but the repercussions are already being felt from Washington to Southeast Asia. The geopolitical landscape is shifting rapidly. Stay with us as we unpack the story behind the headlines. Our team is dedicated to bringing you the most accurate and up-to-date information. This is World Bulletin, your source for the facts behind the world's biggest stories. We are committed to delivering the news that matters to you. Where exactly are these 5 new military sites? And why are their locations so significant in today's geopolitical climate? 2 of the bases are strategically positioned in northern Luzon, the Philippine island closest to both Taiwan and the contested South China Sea. This proximity allows for rapid response to any developments in these flashpoint areas. Another site is located on Palawan, an island that sits just across from the disputed Spratly Islands, an area frequently at the center of regional tensions and territorial disputes. The final 2 bases are designed to enhance logistics and extend naval reach, supporting supply chains and operations across the archipelago. These locations weren't chosen at random. Each site was carefully selected to strengthen U.S. Philippine defense ties under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, reflecting a shared commitment to regional security. The overarching goal is to enable rapid deployment in times of crisis, facilitate joint training between the 2 militaries, and serve as a deterrent against potential aggression. Unlike the large permanent U.S. bases of the Cold War era, these are upgrades within existing Philippine military sites, remaining under full Philippine command and sovereignty. This lighter, more flexible model avoids the appearance of foreign occupation, addressing local sensitivities and ensuring community support. The Palawan base puts U.S. and Philippine forces just minutes from the Spratlys, while the northern Luzon sites overlook the Bashi Channel, a vital naval passage between the Philippines and Taiwan. This gives the Allies a front-row seat to monitor, track, and potentially counter Chinese military movements in real time, enhancing situational awareness. Ultimately, these new sites are a direct response to China's expanding military footprint in the region, aiming to maintain balance and stability in these contested waters. Why now? The West Philippine Sea is more volatile than ever. Just last month, Chinese Coast Guard vessels blocked a Philippine resupply mission at Ayungin Shoal using water cannons and near-collision tactics. Chinese maritime militia swarmed the area, pushing Filipino fishermen out of their own waters. The Philippine Coast Guard is outnumbered, facing a pattern of harassment and intimidation. Despite a 2016 Hague ruling in its favor, the Philippines sees China continue to build and militarize artificial islands. The risk of miscalculation is high. A single incident could spark a crisis. U.S. naval patrols challenge China's claims, but every operation is tense, shadowed by Chinese warships. The new base agreement is a direct response to a situation that Manila and Washington see as increasingly untenable. Official reactions reveal a deep geopolitical divide. Washington calls the agreement a commitment to peace and stability, not provocation. The Pentagon says the new sites will improve defense and keep the region open for all. Manila frames this as a move to defend sovereignty and modernize its alliance, stressing it's a partnership, not a return to permanent U.S. bases. Beijing, meanwhile, condemns the deal as a Cold War move, warning the Philippines against being a pawn and vowing to defend its interests. The U.S. and Philippines see this as a legal response to Chinese aggression. China sees it as encirclement and interference. There's no middle ground. Each side is operating from fundamentally different assumptions. That's what makes this situation so dangerous. The announcement is shaking up ASEAN, exposing deep divisions. Vietnam quietly welcomes the move as a counterweight to China, while Cambodia and Laos echo Beijing's criticism. Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore walk a tightrope. Concerned about China, but wary of choosing sides. Official statements call for dialogue and adherence to international law, but behind the scenes, strategies are shifting. China exploits ASEAN's lack of unity, dealing with states one-on-one. The new U.S. Philippine agreement forces ASEAN members to confront the reality of great power competition. Some may be pushed to take sides, deepening polarization in Southeast Asia. The region's security landscape is changing fast. The impact of this agreement goes far beyond Southeast Asia. Over a third of global shipping, trillions in trade, passes through the South China Sea. Any conflict here would disrupt supply chains, trigger shortages, and shake the world economy. The Indo-Pacific is now the main arena for U.S.-China rivalry. The new Philippine sites are a vital link in Washington's alliance chain, seen as defense by the U.S., but as containment by Beijing. America's allies are watching. U.S. credibility is on the line. The world is asking, will rules and law prevail, or will might make right? The stakes could not be higher. The U.S. and the Philippines have drawn a new line in the sea, a strategic move that signals a shift in regional dynamics. 5 new military sites mark a game-changing response to years of Chinese pressure, a bold step that underscores the growing tensions in the region. For Manila, it's about defense and sovereignty. For Washington, it's about countering China and reinforcing alliances, a partnership that has deep historical roots. This isn't a return to the Cold War, but the echoes are unmistakable, reminding us of past tensions and the delicate balance of power. Beijing's response will be closely watched, military, economic, or diplomatic. The world waits to see how China will react to this new development. The next months are critical. The risk of miscalculation is real, with potential consequences that could ripple across the globe. The stability of the South China Sea is tied to global supply chains and daily life worldwide, affecting everything from trade to regional security. The new bases aim to deter conflict, but also raise the stakes, creating a complex web of military and political challenges. The world is walking a tightrope, hoping for peace, fearing escalation, as diplomatic efforts continue to seek a peaceful resolution. This is just the beginning. Stay with us for the latest updates on World Bulletin, as this story continues to unfold with new developments.